evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I wish everybody a good evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're happy to have you here on behalf of my brother and myself and the entire cast.
That's absolutely right. And you know, I gotta say this, my brother has been excited all week about tonight's show.
True.
You see, he has a very special surprise guest for you, and he won't tell anybody, even me, who it is. Isn't that right?
That's right.
But judging by my brother's excitement, it must be someone very, very special. So, Tom, go ahead. The stage is yours.
Well, the guest I have tonight, I am very excited. My brother's correct. This act has never been seen ever before on television, has never been, or never performed publicly before.
You mean this is an amateur? You brought an amateur act?
No, this is a show business first.
Oh, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Wait a minute, wait a
Ladies
minute.
and...
What is that?
This is my guest.
In a bottle? What kind of guest is in a bottle?
It's a flea.
A what?
No, it's a mosquito.
You're kidding.
I said a flea just to fool you.
Oh, mosquito, that's much better. Now, what does this
It's
mosquito
a singing
do?
mosquito.
Oh, it sings. Now, what does it sing?
One time I had a flea, but fleas don't sing.
They don't sing.
This is a singing mosquito, and it's going to sing
What?
the 12th Street Rag.
Can we have the, wait a minute, let's bring the microphone down a little bit.
A lot of you people think
Does
I'm...
it sing loud, or is it a big voice?
Small voice. Everybody probably thinks that I'm putting you on, but actually, truth, singing mosquito, 12th Street Rag. Nelson, hit it.
Here it goes. Hey, how about that? Let's give it again. Well, Tommy, I must say, I'm really amazed.
Just say I gotta find my mosquito. Where is it?
I don't know, Tommy. I haven't.
You're a murderer! You killed my mosquito!
I'm sorry, I didn't know it was there. I did.
You killed my mosquito!
Oh, now cut that out. Lots of people slap mosquitoes, and just because I killed one doesn't make me a murderer. Everybody kills mosquitoes.
I know everybody kills mosquitoes. That's why not very many of them make it in show business.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. With guest stars Barbara Eden, Paul Revere and the Raiders, and special guest star Karl Ryner. Nelson Riddle and his orchestra, and the Anita Kerr Singers. Brought to you by Fresh Spray Deodorant, with the ingredient that really checks nervous perspiration. From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
You know, there are many ballads about gunfighters of the Old West. Stories and song of the violence of these men who lived by the gun, and death rode with them wherever they went. And today, thanks to psychiatry, we understand what made these men leave a trail of bloodshed and terror across the plains. They were simply emotionally disturbed. That's what turned them into gunslingers. Gunslinger, gunslinger, slinging son of a gun. Where have you been and where will you go? Killing's all you'll ever know. Danger has you on the run. Gunslinger, you killed 130 men, gunslinger. And now you'd like to settle down. Other gunslingers are coming for you. And a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Gunslinger, 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 where did you go wrong? When you were a child, were you forced to compete with brothers that you never could beat? Did you come from a broken home on the range? buckled at your side. You feel better once you've shot it.
Are you neurotic and psychotic?
Gunslinger, yippee-yi-yi. Gunslinger, gunslinger, why don't you think twice? Why, you know in your mind that you're plumb insecure.
And that killing a man is real immature.
It's just an attention-getting device. Gunslinger,
Gunslinger, you slinging son of a gun. You're the one that has all the fun, killing everyone under the sun with your gun. Yes, with your gun, and when you're done, you have to run. You have to run for what you've done with your dumb gun, you crummy gum slinger.
That's enough, Tommy. You know, we realize today that those vicious men of yesteryear were not just bad, they were just misunderstood.
Right.
They were men, well, they were a product of their environment.
Yes, they didn't have a chance, for when they were kids, they weren't loved, they weren't accepted. They felt rejected and lonely, and they expressed their feelings in the only way they knew how.
That's right.
They killed you.
That's right, Tommy. But today we realize that killers are only emotionally disturbed, and we should try to understand them, right?
That's right. Like Billy, you know Billy the Kid? He did not kill for just gain or for lust.
That's right. You know, Billy the Kid probably just had a problem. He's trying to work out a problem.
That's right. You know why? Billy the Kid's father made him wear orthopedic boots with the spurs on the inside.
Well, what about Doc Holliday?
Doc Holliday, there was a man.
That was a man.
He had a split personality.
That's right. He was a regular Jekyll and Hyde.
That's right.
That's right.
He would run up and shoot you in your Jekyll and then run off and hide.
That's pretty bad.
A little humor there.
Yeah, very little humor. And even as elegant a man as Bat Masterson, he could not escape the influences of his early childhood.
That's correct. Who? Who was that?
Bat Masterson, Tommy. Don't you know Bat Masterson? And he was a famous gunslinging sheriff of the early West. He was noted for those fancy tailor-made suits and the ruffles and the shirts. Cane, the whole bit.
I remember he used to wear those imported silk shirts and wore jewels and perfume, and he carried his gun in his purse.
Well, they kept him out of fights.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but you know, we've come a long way since those days. We've come a long way in understanding.
You're right,
That's
Dickie
the important
Smothers.
thing.
Friends, if a gunslinger were to shoot you, you should not die.
We have no choice, actually.
If you have any choice,
You shouldn't die.
you shouldn't die. You should ask why.
That's right.
Try to understand him. They go, and you go, oh, I get it. You're just sick.
Flying out loud, Tommy. We're trying to make a serious statement here, and you're making fun of it. You just ruined everything.
I don't ruin anything.
You ruined everything. You don't even know what you're talking about.
I know.
You mask it. You mask it with jokes and things like that. You don't want people to know you're dumb. That's all. You say, oh,
You better watch your forked tongue.
Okay, tell me. Calm down. Tell me. What do you understand? What is the point?
The
point.
The point is that what we're talking about is understanding. Only through people out in Funland.
What?
Only through understanding can we help these people.
No,
can we
not.
stop them from killing and stop their murdering? Only through
faking it. You
understanding.
don't
And whoever doesn't understand through understanding and beauty and
Now, you
giving,
don't
that we stop this. If they don't understand, we should kill them.
And what are you talking about?
And I mean it!
You should
You
not.
make me angry!
You shot my bait!
I didn't mean to.
You killed it! You
Killed my bait! Everybody saw it. It drew first.
Always be a hunted man, face killer.
Goodbye, old
I didn't mean, but I...
Face killer.
See, but a lot of times if you get emotional...
I'll kill your guitar, that's what I'll do. Well, while we dispose of the dead body, we'd like to present a body which is well disposed and very much alive. the star of I Dream of Jeannie, Miss Barbara Eden.
I get no kick from champagne. Flying too high with some guy in the sky is my ideal. Nothing to do. But I get a kick out of you. The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender. Good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. A big spender. Spend a little time with me. Wouldn't you like to have fun, fun, fun? How's about a few laughs, laughs? I can show you a good time. Let me show you a good time. So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every guy I see. A big spender. Spend a little time with me. Let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every man I see. A big spender. A big spender. A big spender. Spend a little time with me. Spend a little time with me. Spend a little time with me.
Many people are concerned with the recent trend of the younger generation to speak to each other with complete, uninhibited frankness on any subject. But has this new openness really changed anything in a relationship? Let's find out.
But nobody's gonna ever know. I mean, what's it gonna hurt?
That's not the point. It's wrong. I just can't do it.
Oh, why not? I mean, it'll be so easy.
Tom, you're getting emotional
I'm
again.
not getting emotional. But it just means so much to me. That's the thing. That's all.
That's all right. I understand. You're an adult with full-blown passions that shouldn't be repressed or thwarted.
One thing I can't stand is it's a repressed thwart.
Well, then, Tommy, let's talk about it. You know, a male-female relationship shouldn't be a problem. Let's discuss it freely and openly and without emotion.
We've discussed it. What we need is more closeness. We need more communication. More communication.
Yes,
Right?
you're right. More communication. But a different kind of communication than we've had before.
What kind of communication? What kind?
By looking into each other's eyes.
That's the kind of communication you want?
Yes. Oh, yes, that's the communication.
Yes.
Yes, it's the beauty between two people that bridges the gap.
Yes, you're right. Look into my eyes. Look deeply into my eyes. Can you see a question there?
Oh, yes.
Can you answer that question? Please answer that question.
Oh, yes. $125.
What question did you see in my eyes?
You were wondering how much I paid for my contact lenses.
That's a lot of money. But this isn't getting us anywhere. We've got to do something. You know, if two people want a relationship, sweetheart, they should have it. They should take it. Just like in that movie we saw, remember?
Oh, yes, that was an eye-opener.
Oh, it was. That girl went in. She was just a maid into the strange house. And she felt the freedom to take on a relationship, any relationship she wanted.
Oh, yes, there was a need for her love,
Oh, yeah.
and she gave it
Yo.
openly and willingly.
And blatantly. I learned a lot from Mary Poppins.
It's a picture for the new generation.
Yeah.
Our parents wouldn't have understood it.
Well, how could they? They have old-fashioned, outdated morals. They couldn't...
They're still talking about the birds and the bees.
Scoff. Birds and the bees. Do you know what my parents told me when I asked them where I came from?
What did they tell you?
They told me I grew in a garden. And that's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, of course it is.
My family's never had a garden.
My parents gave me the old stork routine. I was delivered by the stork.
You're kidding. Well, how'd they explain your kid's sister? You were there. Did they give you the same stork routine about your kid's sister?
Mm-hmm. My father tried to prove it. He stood around my mother's bed for 4 days and 4 nights. On one leg.
Well, at least they told you the truth where you came from. Vegetable garden's impossible. But, honey, I don't want to burden our relationship. You know, I'm still learning. Please teach me. You're the only one that can teach me. You've got to give me a break.
But I've explained the facts of life to you time and time again. You just can't accept it.
But surely there must be some alternative to that than what you're doing to me now. I can't stand
Well,
it.
Tommy, there's no other course to take. I hate to tell you this, but
Baby.
it's been 2 years now, and it looks
Baby.
hopeless. I'm sorry.
Don't.
I'm sorry, but I have a responsibility. I'm the head of the sex education department of this school, and as your teacher, I just can't pass you.
But I'm your husband. Can't you give me a break?
I'm sorry, really I am, but you behave like a child. You're simply not mature.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'll show you how mature I am. I'm master of the house, and I'm master of the family. I'm king of the castle, and tonight, your mother's getting out.
That's the way I like to hear you talk. Now you're a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, now what about your mother?
Mommy stays.
For the kids of today, there's really nothing to worry about. And now we'd like to present a group of youngsters who, even though they've been around for something like 190 years, have just recently shot to the top. Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Now, 'twas the Kid Roses, baby. Never made no sign. You never made no sign that you had changed your mind. Well, I guess I was this thing, girl. Counting so on you. It's time to pay my dues. Well, it's time to pay to make you see. Oh, girl, live here with me. Girl, that's where you ought to be. It doesn't seem to make no difference. You never change your world. Stop your world. You're still the same old girl. Oh, girl, I've been torn up before. I can handle that once more. I've been down for a long, long time. Down to ease my mind. Pain of all this hurt. And out my head word. I have had my ups and downs and all around. I've been up, down, all around now. Up, down, all around now. Down, all around now, baby. Girl. All around now. Girl. All around now. All around now, baby.
Ladies, you'll admit this paper doll is clean and white, like the wash you used to get. But today, there's something better. Look how dull clean and white looks next to bright. It's the new look you get from Bold. The brightness comes from Bold's power formula that brings your clothes beyond clean, beyond white, all the way to bright. This is the big Bold difference. Green, white, and blue granules that muscle out dirt to give you whiter whites, redder reds, stripier stripes, even blacker blacks. That dull old clean and white just can't stand up next to bright. Get your clothes bright. Get Bold. New from Procter & Gamble.
Tonight we're happy to have with us one of the most versatile performers in the business. He is currently starring in The Russians Are Coming, The Russians Are Coming. He is a fine comedian. He writes, directs, produces, and plays the guitar. So ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Karl Ryner.
That was a really very, very lovely introduction, Tom, but one inaccuracy. I don't play the guitar.
Well, that's what it says. It says he's a produces, writes, it says on the cards, writes, produces, directs as a comedian, and plays the guitar.
It does say that, but
Yeah.
it's not right. I don't play the guitar.
Maybe you don't do any of those other things either, huh?
No, I do those other things. That's right. That part of the card is right. The other part isn't right.
What part?
I don't play the guitar.
Do you have something against the guitar?
No, I
You know,
like
there's thousands of people out there in TV land and probably here in the audience that play guitars.
Yes, and I
Like Paul Revere and his Raiders, they play guitars
very
too.
well, too,
You
yes.
think they're ashamed of it?
No, I
Do
would
they
be...
deny it?
No,
Do they-
I would be very proud to play the guitar. I don't know how to, though.
There's just one thing. You know who wrote that introduction?
I don't care who wrote it.
It could be important. My brother wrote it, Dickie Smothers.
Oh.
My brother's never wrong. He says you write,
Well-
direct, produce, and play the guitar.
Well,
so that's...
he may never be wrong, but he's wrong this time.
Are you saying that my brother, Dickie Smothers, is... Are you trying to say that my brother's wrong about the...
Well, if he wrote that card, he's wrong.
Are you implying that Dickie Smothers made a mistake?
Yes, he made a mistake.
Huh. Nice to have you on the show.
Nice to be here.
You made a mistake,
Yes,
huh?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, that's too bad. Anything I can do for you?
Well,
Anything.
I could use a hat and cane.
Hat and cane, please.
Thank you.
Hat,
Thank you.
cane. Anything else? How about a coat?
No, this is fine.
Coat,
No, I don't need... Well,
Pants?
I tell you what.
Pants?
No, I don't need any pants.
Here's a
but
pants.
the coat
How about
is-
some shoes and socks?
No, the
Shoes and socks?
No,
Here you go.
no,
And
that's
some
what-
underwear.
No,
Underwear, anything.
I think I have some underwear on. No, just a coat. If you give me the coat, just a coat. Hey, you take this coat. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you.
Carl, why don't you explain what all this is for?
Well, you see, since 1929, France has been very kind and sent us a great singing star every year, from Maurice Chevalier to Yves Montand to Charles Aznavour.
Yeah.
And this is the first year that they haven't sent anyone, at least so far.
Yeah.
So in case they don't, I want to be ready.
Well, if you're ready, I'll go ahead. Just give me my hat and cane.
No, I'm going to use this.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the great fake French singer, Monsieur Karl Ryner.
Thank you very much, Mr. Smother. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to sing for you a song that I had the great pleasure to sing before Queen Elizabeth. As far as I know, she has not sung it yet, so I have sung it before her. Ladies and gentlemen, a song I wrote myself entitled Broken Cookies and Red Balloons, Professor. Oh, one thing, excuse me, Nelson, please, one thing. Because I sing in French, I think you would love this song more if you understood the language. So I translate for you. The title is Broken Cookies and Red Balloons. That is English, you understand? And it is the story of a little girl who loves very much to eat cookies. Oh, not just any ordinary cookie, but oatmeal cookies. If you was to give to her a chocolate cookie or a Graham cracker, she would probably say to you, so, broken cookies and red balloons. Oh, wait, one moment, I neglected to tell you, because the girl has no money, her father give her a nickel to buy the cookies. But because she has a hole in the pocket, when she put the nickel in the pocket, the nickel falls through the hole and fall out and run down the street, you see. Huh? So when she gets to the store, the grocer don't give to her the cookies, and she starts to cry. And a man who is standing there who looked very much like Maurice Chevalier, he say, oh, little girl, why you cry? She said, I lost my cookie money. He said, don't cry. Here is a chocolate cookie. And she look up at him and say, now, Maurice Chevalier get angry and kick her in the throat. Because nobody say to Maurice Chevalier. Nelson, broken cookies and red balloons. Wait, oh, I forget one thing. One thing I forget. She wants so much to eat the oatmeal cookie that she start to think. And while she sit there, she remember something her father said to her when she was a little girl. He said to her, if ever you want something badly enough, steal it. So she steals the cookie, she run out the door, and she bump into a man who was selling red balloons, you see? The balloons, they fly away. The cookies, they fall down. The man is so angry, he jump up and down on the cookies. They break, so you get, you see, broken cookies and red balloons. Now, this time again. Yon petit, don't faites-y point tes yeux. Oatmeal cookies, et mon petit, j'en pointe dans ce devoir. Ainsi nickel. Ainsi pontifia ton pied, ainsi dit partout ce toit, ainsi fall out, ainsi crudé, ainsi pontifia, et pas du champagne, ainsi pas la seule et grossière, et pas du leurre, et pas du toit, on perd ce Maurice Chevalier, et pas du champagne, les cookies, et le curé dans les rues. Et les cracher les cookies, mon site devant la bière, et les cracher les ballons et la flotte aux ennemis. Un bon petit français, les cookies et ballons.
You think you're not going to break this one? You're out of breath, aren't you? Listen,
Not really.
listen to me for a while. May I explain something to you?
Explain it
That
longly.
was a beautiful job.
Thank you very much.
You're very fine in your French as a
You're a
steak.
good human being.
I'm not more than that. I am.
He's allowing me, ladies and gentlemen across America, to catch my breath. This is live. No, go ahead, I'm all right.
Okay, listen. The reason I came out with this balloon is the fact that a balloon to anybody, especially to children, means a great deal. A balloon is happiness. Now, I only have one thing to say.
Yes.
When you started kicking those balloons, you did it with a great deal of feeling, and you really kicked up out of the balloon.
And you think...
And this is happiness. You
And you-
destroyed happiness.
and
a lot
you
of
think I'm
kids,
being mean.
A lot of kids in TV
You think I'm
land-
being mean?
Of course you're being mean for
I'm not.
breaking the balloons.
No. By kicking that balloon and breaking them, I released hostility that was inside of me that I might have used on somebody else. Breaking the balloon has gotten rid of that hostility, and now I'm a much pleasanter and nicer person for it.
Yeah, well, see, but
You have hostility in you, don't you?
Well,
Admit it.
well, the only...
How do you feel about your brother? Hostile?
Well, see, my mom liked my brother
Right.
best, and I have a
What
little...
I'm getting at,
A little hostility.
would you
too.
like to get... Dickie, would you like to get rid of that hostility?
Yeah, but I can't. My mom likes my brother best, and I resent it.
Well-
No, that's my balloon.
By simply...
No.
Tom, by simply breaking the balloon, you can create a whole new feeling toward your brother.
Are you serious?
I'm deathly serious.
Go ahead, Tom. You got nothing to lose.
Get rid of your hostility, break the balloon, and see what happens.
Go on.
How do you feel about your brother right this minute?
Hostile.
Try it. How do you feel now?
Hi.
Good to see you.
It worked. It worked.
You really
You
did.
think breaking one lousy, your little lousy balloon.
All I did, yeah, all I did was break my
I didn't
balloon.
think it would work.
My balloon. You made me break my balloon!
Well, you got rid of your
I have
hostility.
hostility towards you!
You got it.
We'll be right back with Karl Ryner, Barbara Eden, and Paul Revere and the Raiders on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
For you out there in TV land who like the excitement of a daredevil diving from 2,000 feet into a small tank of water covered with flames of oil and with spikes in it, it's just one of the many things you won't be seeing on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour. So don't go away, please.
We'd like to sing a very beautiful folk ballad for you now. It's one of our favorite songs, and I know for sure that you've heard it many, many times. It's known by two titles. One is the Birmingham Jail, but the title I think we all know it by is simply Down in the Valley. Down in the Valley is a very sad and beautiful song of it's a cowboy's lament of a cowboy who's in the Birmingham jail and who longs for his sweetheart, and he hopes and prays with all his might that his sweetheart will love him and wait for him. Down in the Valley. Down in the valley so low, hang your head forward, Tommy, I think you did a nice job on that. It's good to hear you. You know,
Well, it's good to sing
and
together.
Once in a while.
My
It's the
brother and I
first
very
time.
seldom sing together, and I am actually feeling a lot better right now because Karl was right. Breaking that balloon, really helped. I
I
get
know,
one of
I
our fellows who
noticed, and,
Yeah.
and I'm very happy about that. And while we're on that subject, I'd like to correct an impression right now. My brother's been saying for quite a while that my mother liked me best.
I
Now
know.
that, well, a lot of people are starting to believe it, and I'm
And
starting to worry about that.
Well, don't worry about it because most people, I like to say that it's completely and completely a falsehood. It's erroneous. It's
erroneous.
a terrible impression.
That's
because
right, and our mother, like most mothers, would never ever prefer one child over another. Right?
That's right. Mothers don't do that.
Yeah. Well, we better hurry along with the show, or we're going to be late for the party.
What party?
Mother's birthday party.
Birthday party?
Yeah, Mom's having a birthday party tonight after the show.
She didn't invite me.
Oh, wait. Get a balloon, quick. Oh, how do you feel?
I feel much better.
That's great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this commercial, and we'll be back with Karl Ryner, Barbara Eden,
And Paul Revere and the Raiders to bring you a ballad of the unsung heroes of
The
revolutionary. Let's try that again.
The ballad of the
unsung heroes of the Revolutionary War.
From the Revolutionary War came many heroes. Some of them made history and some of them made zeros. We remember famous deeds that history uncovers, but we tend to overlook the deeds of many others.
We remember Betsy Ross for giving us old glory. Boy, Paul, but have you heard about the unsung hero of these little stories?
Miss Ross, may I call you Betsy?
No.
Thank you. Miss Ross, I want you to feel that fabric. Is that a nice fabric?
Very nice. But I don't want red. And I don't want blue. I want yellow.
But the yellow, I told you, the yellow is already promised.
Then how about pink?
No, pink. I could kill myself. Just this morning, I sold the last bolt of pink to Dolly Madison for a dress.
Look, Irving, I am a very good customer. If I want pink, I should have pink.
You don't want Dolly Madison to go to the party naked, do you?
It wouldn't help her.
Miss Ross, there's a lot of cat in you. Between you and me, Miss Ross, you're stuck with the red and with the blue. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you. If you take that, I'm going to throw in a bolt of white for free.
Well, who wants white for a flag? It gets dirty.
Yeah, but it's very good for surrenders and for truces.
Truces?
Yeah, forget it. All right, look, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw in some stars. I was just decorating a theater, and I got some stars left over there.
How many?
A dozen. I'll give you a baker's dozen. 13 stars. What do you say? I tell you this, with the blue and the red and the white and the stars, you can make a nice quilt or a bedspread.
I'm making a flag.
It wouldn't work, but you could try. I'll tell you what. You could use a little picking up in this room. How about a nice plant? I got this beautiful bell. You can use it for marigolds or something.
Irving, it's cracked.
Oh, you noticed, huh? Well, I'm going to Philadelphia. I could sell it to them. They buy anything.
How can we forget that fateful night? The lamps were burning steady.
One if I land, two if I see. And Paul Revere was ready.
We remember Paul's great ride, placed at the midnight hour. What have you heard? The true tale of the two guys in the tower.
This is murder. This is really murder. 2 weeks in this crummy tower. It's pretty rickety, too.
Yeah.
Oh. Every hour on the hour, you've been banging your head into that thing.
Yeah, what are we watching for anyway?
The British.
Oh,
The
yeah.
British. Look for the British.
So far, all I've seen is Paul Revere over there snoring.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Hey, cut that out down there. Quit ringing that bell.
You hold it down, will ya?
gonna kill that crummy hunchback.
Tired of looking.
Hey!
What?
Merry Christmas, pal.
What do you mean, Merry Christmas? It's not Christmas.
Look at all those Santa Clauses over there.
Hey, thousands of red coats.
Yeah. Hey, maybe if we signal to them, they'll give us some presents. Hey,
That's
Santa!
not a bad idea.
Santa!
Hey, over here.
Santa! Gosh, I thought I was a good boy this year.
They had to row, row, row. Across the Delaware they row, 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 row. So the guy on the shore who rented out both the doors kept saying no, 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 Pinocchio, no.
Hey, excuse me, mister. I'd like to rent a boat.
Where's your girl?
It's not for me.
It's not for necking?
It's for General Washington.
Oh, it is for necking. He comes here with Martha once in a while. They go out. He's very young.
Now, wait a minute. I beg your pardon. This is for the war. This is for fighting.
Oh, come on. Don't start no war. Everything's going good for me here now. I don't need no war.
Wait a minute. We're not starting a war. This is the Revolutionary War. We're in the middle of it.
Oh, then keep it going. Whatever it is, my business is great.
All right.
Great.
All right, fine. I got to cross the Delaware.
When?
Tonight.
Sorry, no boats out after 6.
No, we're desperate. We gotta have this. You gotta let us have this boat. We gotta cross. The whole war's at stake. You gotta let us have this boat. Come on, now, let us have it.
You're really hung up on war, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sign this. You gotta pay double, though.
Double? What do you mean double?
Wartime prices. You can't get parts for the boats.
Yeah.
And tell that general I want this back just like it went out. No broken oars, no bullet holes, no powdered hair all over it. And my boat ain't insured, so tell that nut general no more standing up, huh?
Hey there, Georgie boy. There was another Georgie deep inside. The artist didn't try to hide. He painted him carefully so the world could see a new Georgie boy, a new Georgie boy, a new Georgie boy.
I'm sure you'll like this, General Washington. I've worked very hard on this portrait, and well, if I do say so myself, I think it's a perfect likeness of you. It's the real you.
See it?
Well, that's terrible. You made me look the worst I've ever seen. Martha won't like it. I won't like it. I won't hang it. Get it out of my sight.
All right.
Awful.
I thought it was...
Straight on, their future was alarming. They waited through the winter months to face the British Army, yeah. They were heroes, but we know that they could not have done it. Were it not for USO, they never would have won it. Won it, won it, won it, won it.
Thank you. How about that, huh? This is Benji Go Fly Kite Franklin, and here we are at Valley Forge. Valley Forge, you know what Valley Forge is? That's Miami Beach with frostbite. I won't say it's cold here, but it's the first time I've ever seen a blue Indian. Yes, they're around here. You stick your spoon in your coffee and eat it like a popsicle. But you guys don't want to hear my jokes, ridiculously beautiful as they are. After 2 years out here, we know what you boys would like. All right, here she is now. Let's hear it for Miss Louisiana Purchase. That's the best territory we ever annexed. Well, honey, aren't you glad I took you with me again?
Oh, yes. This is more kicks than the French and Indian War.
She loves those Indians. She was engaged to Cochise for 2.5 hours. Well, let's see now. I want to tell you, we know what the boys are waiting for, so let's give them what they're waiting for. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, Miss White. war, but time to put the war aside for tonight, so hit it, Benedict. Thanks for the memory of days in Valley Forge to get our just rewards. The midnight ride that turned the tide and helped us beat King George. We thank you so much. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Thank you very much. We salute the unsung heroes, hail and evermore. All the unsung heroes of the Revolutionary War.
Well, just in case you don't know, this is me, and that's my brother.
I'm Tommy with the hair, and that's Dickie with the hair.
We decided we sort of like all this here, you know that?
Yeah.
It's very groovy. Well,
We had a lot of fun tonight.
that's right. We had a lot of fun tonight, and we hope you enjoyed our show. And before we say goodnight, we want to thank our wonderful guests, Karl Ryner and Barbara Eden, and, of course, Paul Revere and the Raiders. Isn't that great? And guests for next week are?
I like to tell them that. Our
I know.
guests for next week will be the Baja Marimba Band and the fabulous Carol Burnett.
It's going to be a
And
great show.
looking forward to that.
Oh, one thing. Before we go, I got to tell you, I talked to Mom,
Yeah.
and she said it's okay to go to the party.
Okay, good.
And it's at her new house.
New,
You know her new house.
what new house?
What do you mean, what new house? She moved over 3 years ago. We still call it the new house.
Mom never told me
Good
she
night.
moved.
Good night, everybody. Say good night to Mother.
Mom, good night, wherever you are.
A number of ups and downs was pre-recorded. This is Roger Carroll speaking.